Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Chef D, and I'm here to give you the winning ingredients for your Sunday night slate showdown between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. These two rival teams are going up and at it. The previous matchup, the Green Bay Packers actually lost. Now they're back in Lambeau, and it's going to be very intriguing to see what happens in this one. All right. Before I deep dive into that, I want to say Happy New Year's to everyone. Thank you guys for joining, subscribing. Thank you for viewing. All right, we're going to have a great 2022. This is just going to be the start. More consistency is coming. More videos are coming. More content, upgrades. All that's going to come in this year. All right, this is just the beginning. Let's continue on. All right. Guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MessageSD. And also, don't forget to sign up for the Patreon. You get daily content on DFS, on NFL, and betting advice. If you have any of those questions, please DM me in Instagram, and I will get back to you. All right. Now, before we go into each and every play, we got to look at the injury report. First and foremost, there are going to be some outs here. They're going to be really factoring into this game. First, with the Minnesota Vikings, Harrison Smith looks like he's going to be fine. He was a full participant the last 2 days. Tyler Conklin had a full practice. He's questionable, but he's probably going to play. Dalvin Cook is fine. Cameron Dantzler, the cornerback, he's going to be doubtful. That's going to factor in going up against the Green Bay wide receivers. On the other side of the ball, Jair Alexander is actually out. So that is a little bit of a hit. David Bakhtiari, protection for Aaron Rodgers, tackle, is going to be out as well. Technically, Dominic Daphne is the backup tight end because they got some COVID protocol tight ends that are out now. Mercedes Lewis and there's someone else. I think it's Tyler something. That's the third tight end. Now the number 4th tight end right here, Dominic Daphne. He should be on his way to playing. Okay. Aaron Jones looks fine, and Billy Turner, guard / tackle backup, is out. Okay. So let's go into this slate we have over here. All right, and let's break this down. Starting with the captain position, we're going to start off with Aaron Rodgers. And when you're looking at this slate, okay, you're seeing glaring problems on both sides of the ball. At each and every position, if I go from quarterback to wide receiver, so let me just show you really quick. To quarterback, to wide receiver, to running back, it's all pretty bad. So Green Bay against quarterbacks, 30th and 30th, okay? 30th in fantasy points allowed and red zone rank. Minnesota Vikings aren't too far behind at 27 and 25th. If you go to the running backs, this one is a little more skewed. This one is a little more reasonable. If you're looking at it, they're not the worst of the worst, okay? Minnesota Vikings are 17th and 18th against the run, allowing 4.3 yards a carry. The Green Bay Packers are a little bit below her, 10 and 13, but they're allowing 5 yards per carry. So they were able to, stumble Dalvin Cook the first matchup with 3.9. I think they understand the game plan when they're going up against the Minnesota Vikings. They faced them so many times. And the amount of points that the Green Bay Packers put up really skews the running game because they kind of, if you're down big, they kind of get you away from the running game. That's why their numbers are so good against the run, 10 and 13. So you got to factor that in as well. If you're looking at the wide receiver position too, you got pretty glaring weaknesses on both sides here as well. The Vikings, they lost the corner. They're already 31st and 30th against the pass. And in Green Bay also lost the corner. They're 27th and 19th against the pass, against wide receivers, okay? So when we're looking at this, we want all the guys. So we want Aaron Rodgers. We want DAVANTE Adams. We want Justin Jefferson. We want MVS. We want Allen Lazard. All those guys, okay? So we're going to start off with Aaron Rodgers. And this is going to be definitely a situation where we're going to have to find value. Aaron Rodgers has that upside to be the number 1 captain spot, and I get it. I get these comments talking about quarterbacks are never captains when they are. There's a small percentage, but that time you fade is sometimes is that time that it can hit. And these prolific offenses, I only do it with the prolific offenses. Like I said about that Dallas Cowboys breakdown last week, it happened to be the best positional player was Dak Prescott that game. Same thing that can happen in this game. Aaron Rodgers, Hall of Famer, it can happen in this one. He's already put 36 fantasy points right there against Minnesota in week 11. So Aaron Rodgers can definitely be the captain in this, okay? Do not don't just like scratch them off the board because it doesn't happen often. These are anomalies. This is an elite offense. You have Aaron Rodgers. You want to fade Aaron Rodgers? I don't think so. I think you should have some options there with some lineups that Aaron Rodgers is captain because he is that good. He can clearly throw for 5, 6 touchdowns, especially on this defense, the same defense that let the Lions beat them. Let Jared Goff go off on them. Okay, Aaron Rodgers is one of our top captain spots. Okay, Davante Adams is another great option. If we're looking at fantasy points allowed to the wide receivers, I showed you. Look at these numbers against the Vikings in the last 5 games. 33, 30, 44, 26, and 20. Well, all over 20 fantasy points. Obviously, that last game was in 2019. This is 2022 now. But the consistency is there. Big performances from Davante Adams. We love him at this price here. He is definitely an option to go with. And each and every week, it doesn't matter. 13 targets, 10 receptions, 2 TDs against Chicago, another great game. And that game against Minnesota, the last previous matchup, 2 TDs, 115, 7 receptions. There's literally no one that can guard him, especially on the Vikings who struggle against second and third wide receivers. And now you're expecting to guard the one of the number one wide receivers in the league. No. All right. On the other side, Justin Jefferson can obviously have a great game as well. Justin Jefferson, in this previous matchup, what did he have? He had 40 fantasy points. This is my point here. 40 fantasy points. 8 receptions, 10 targets, 169 yards, and 2 TDs. This man is having a record-breaking year, especially in his first 2 seasons. He's breaking a ton of records, okay? I believe he's only 100 yards away from another record, but Justin Jefferson is someone that is super elite. You can't fade him. And this is where I'm leaning towards. We're going to have to find value. Maybe someone sneaky at that captain position can go up there so you can afford all these expensive guys. I think might be the way to go, even if one of these guys goes off for 40. If you have more of the guys that go off in the flex, and then that one cheap guy is pretty solid, then that can be the game breaker. Because once you pay up, you're going to have to sacrifice salary at the bottom of your flex, and you could get a no-name guy that gets nothing or 2, 3, 4, 5 fantasy points. That's not going to be enough. You're going to need consistency all the way through. Okay? So Dalvin Cook is going to be the next guy. He's been pretty solid against the Green Bay Packers as well. Very up and down. But there's one particular game last year where he just went bonkers. Dalvin Cook's game log right here it's pretty good. 22, 51 in that previous game last year, 21, 31, and then 16. I think that was 2018. So that was a real long time ago, 4 years ago right there. But you got 31, 21, 51, and 22. Very familiar with this team. They stumbled on him just a little bit, but the usage from Dalvin Cook is unfadable. Okay, so I can't fade him. I want all 4 of these guys in each and every one of these lineups. He's coming off a bad performance against Chicago, and that could definitely change in this game. All right, Aaron Jones is someone to look at as well. You're going to have to face somebody. It could be Aaron Jones because you can easily see where they've been using their 2 running back sets anyway. Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon. Obviously, Aaron Jones is going to get his TDs. He has 10 TDs already this year. Finishing with another year over double-digit touchdowns. That's an accomplishment right there. But he just doesn't have the yards. That's what's going on right here. He's getting less carries, less yards, but getting solid work in the red zone and in the receiving game. All right, Aaron Jones is a consideration at the captain, but something that we don't have to 100% nail in because we're already paying up for a lot of these guys: Aaron Rodgers, Adams, Justin Jefferson. and Dalvin Cook. Okay, so we'll throw him in there because he needs to be in the pool. The next guy we also have to look at, Kirk Cousins, currently placed on the COVID list right now from Friday. So they are looking at some very scary options at the QB, okay? First start member could be Kellen Mond, the rookie from Texas A&M. He has some wheels, but this is going to be his first game. So if we're looking at that, and we got Green Bay at home, then I think one of the factors we can factor in can be the Green Bay Packers defense. All right, if we got a first, if we got a first start quarterback here, we can definitely use and take advantage of him. So right now it says Mon will be the backup quarterback for Sean Mannion. Sean Mannion is not good as well. So they're looking at Sean Mannion right here. This is going to be their number one quarterback. This is this is absolutely horrible for the Minnesota Vikings. I was expecting Kirk Cousins, but good thing we're going through this slate very thoroughly. All right, we're finding gems everywhere. He's going to be the starting QB, and you don't know what to expect from this guy. I don't even know what his stats are. Let's look this up real quick. So we're gonna go to Sean Mannion here live. I'm trying to remember him. Oh my God, Sean Mannion. And that's bad if you're not, if Kellen Mond is still just a backup. So you barely have a career. You're horrible. So drafted in 2000, you're just a journeyman right now. 2015, third round pick, Sean Mannion, out of Oregon State. And his last stats were from 2019. Had 2 interceptions. So we know what to expect from here. So we're definitely gonna put up. This could be your Packers dominance. So in the captain spot, I love the Packers defense in this. Definitely taking over an advantage of an inexperienced quarterback. With no Kirk Cousins, those are big problems. I already knew about Adam Thielen. He's on the IR. He's done for the season. Kirk Cousins was the surprise. He's not in. A lot of these things go down. They're going to have to lean on Dalvin Cook. They probably will get the ball to Justin Jefferson. He's not a love now because Kirk Cousins is gone. That's going to be a big factor there. So we can bump down some love on Justin Jefferson, but keep up on Dalvin Cook. The best friend to a young quarterback, definitely someone inexperienced, is going to be the running game. Um, I still love Dalvin Cook at the captain position. Okay, Justin Jefferson does get a little tick down. Tyler Conklin and other guys like that will be in our flex position, but we're definitely not playing Sean Mannion. Okay, no way we're playing Sean Mannion. We're going to stick with Aaron Rodgers, Davante Adams. Aaron Jones is a good factor now. We're just save salary here. We save salary here because there's no Kirk Cousins. We can look down on the other guys like Justin Jefferson because we're not sure if Mannion can get the ball to them. The pressure that's going to be on him. They're going to blitz him like crazy in Green Bay. It's not a great look. So some of these salaries open up. So we'll take him down a notch. We'll take down Justin Jefferson, and we're going to focus on these guys for the captain position. Okay? Now let's go to the flex right here. Let's pick out some of these guys that are going to fill in the rest of your lineups because now I thought it was going to be rough and rugged, but now we got some breathing room. So the big question marks are going to be the other Minnesota guys in this game. So KJ Osborne is a question mark because he's the second wide receiver now with Adam Thielen out. Sean Mannion, can he get the ball to him? Hopefully he can get the ball to him. Has he been getting number one reps? No. It's only happened this week that he's going to get some reps. They're going to draw up a quick scheme, probably some screens, but that could go to Dalvin Cook. So these are questionable plays on the Minnesota side. Take this with a grain of salt. KJ Osborne and Tyler Conklin. Okay, those are going to be the secondary options other than Justin Jefferson. But with like I said, a inexperienced quarterback, they usually go to the running backs and tight ends, quicker routes. Okay, obviously you want to pin in on Justin Jefferson. We'll throw him in there just because. But don't expect the same results. Justin Jefferson's been getting a lot of deep targets. And the time in the pocket that Sean Mannion is going to get, he's going to be under duress, okay? He's going to be really under duress. So one of the fades can be Justin Jefferson. I'm being very bullish on this, okay? Let's continue to go down. There's no problems with the Green Bay offense. We can throw in Allen Lazard. We can throw in MVS. Let me take out some of these Minnesota guys right here. And we also can throw in A.J. Dillon. If this game's a blowout, which is probably looking like that, then you can focus in on A.J. Dillon with that ground hard running game right here. He's had some good games against Baltimore with 10 fantasy points, the Rams with 20 fantasy points in that defense, and Minnesota, the last meeting against Minnesota, he had 15 fantasy points, 6 receptions, 44 yards, 11 rushes, 453, okay? This is probably going to be less competitive, so they're going to probably lean on more in the running game. So I give a boost to A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones, okay? Boost to A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones. And obviously Aaron Rodgers is probably going to get his, and then he can probably coast for the rest of the second half. Because this is going to be very, very this is going to be a blowout, probably. All right, we already talked about Packers as the captain. Mason Crosby is going to be an option if this is a blowout. They can move the ball down the field, say they might stop him a few times. Crosby can get you those solid field goal points right there. Last double-digit performance was against the Rams, and then 9 fantasy points against Minnesota. I like him. I'm not looking at the Minnesota kicker, not looking at the Minnesota defense as well. Secondary options, Josiah DeGuara. He's the tight end for the Green Bay Packers. And currently, the tight end position, Minnesota is giving up the 24th ranked fantasy points per game, and red zone rank is 24th as well. So we can throw in DeGuara in here because of the ratings and the rankings. I like that spot for him. Anyone cheaper than that, I'm going to probably stay away from. Okay, we don't have to get really down in the deep salary with these secondary, no, not even secondary, below guys. Okay, we're gonna stick with that. And let me give you the final 3 guys that should be in each and every one of your lineups, because obviously Sean Mannion is going to be the quarterback. So the first one I'm going to start off with is going to be a salary saver down here. We're going to go down here, and they need to stay with their number 1 position if they want home field advantage throughout the playoffs. Okay, they're currently number 1. The Cowboys are right behind them on their heels, so they're going to have to win this game, obviously. So Packers D. Love Packers D with Sean Mannion as quarterback. Love Aaron Rodgers. And I love Aaron Jones. No, I love DAVANTE Adams. So we love Packers D, Aaron Rodgers, DAVANTE Adams, and we're going to play Aaron Jones. If I'm choosing an option from the other side of Minnesota, that will be Dalvin Cook. Okay? So that just built your lineup right there. You got 2,400 left. This can be very feasible. You got the 2 top options for Aaron Rodgers and Adams and Jones. You got the number 1 option on Minnesota because they're going to have to use him because Sean Mannion, you're going to trust Sean Mannion to chuck the ball 30 times? That's going to be a problem. That's only going to benefit us with that Packers defense. Okay? And then you can fill out the rest of the lineup. All right? Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Let me know in that comment section down below if you have any other suggestions at Captain at Flex. Do you agree with my analysis? Since Kirk Cousins has COVID, he's going to be out. Sean Mannion is going to be in. Should we focus in on that Packers defense at home? That's another big factor. So thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MessageSD, and I'll be back with another video very soon. The Week 17 final look is coming out very soon. Okay? Peace out.